Imagine for a second that you are trying to breathe, but your lungs are tightly wrapped in thick, rigid plastic. You are gasping for air. The oxygen simply cannot get through the barrier. Welcome to Dr. Levitas. It sounds terrifying, doesn't it? But a microscopic version of this exact suffocating scenario is happening inside your body right now, millions of times over, in nearly every single cell you possess. We spend so much time obsessing over the calories we eat and the macros we track, but we are completely ignoring the most fundamental structure of human biology, the cell wall. And because of the modern, ultra-processed diet, our cell walls have become stiff and violently inflamed. Today, we are taking a profound look at the quiet biological emergency happening inside your cellular wall. We are exploring the catastrophic damage caused by modern, processed seed oils, and more importantly, we are going to hand you the ultimate medical antidote. We are talking about high-dose EPA and DHA, the omega-3 fatty acids that act as the biological fire extinguisher. Please take a moment to like the video and leave a comment. Your engagement is a huge help to the channel. To understand why you feel chronically fatigued, inflamed, and metabolically stuck, we have to look at the architecture of your cells. Every single cell in your body is encased in a protective layer called the lipid bilayer. Think of it as the skin of the cell. But this skin isn't supposed to be like a brick wall. It is supposed to be a highly fluid, flexible, moving ocean of fats. This fluidity is what allows nutrients to get inside the cell and toxins to be flushed out. But over the last 50 years, our food environment has radically changed. We have flooded our diets with highly refined, industrially processed seed oils, things like soybean oil, canola oil, and corn oil. These oils are absolutely loaded with omega-6 fatty acids, specifically a highly unstable fat called linoleic acid. Because your body is incredibly adaptive, when you consume these omega-6 oils, your body literally builds them directly into your cell walls. The problem? Omega-6 fats are structurally stiff and highly prone to oxidation. When your cell membranes become saturated with these processed oils, the fluid, beautiful ocean turns into rigid, hardened plastic. Your cells become stiff, deaf, and chronically inflamed. But here is the miraculous beauty of human biochemistry. You have the power to remodel your cell walls, and it starts with omega-3 fatty acids. When you begin consuming high therapeutic doses of omega-3s, they do not just float around in your blood. They actively travel to your cells and initiate a biological eviction process. Because omega-3s are structurally highly flexible and curved, they wedge themselves into the stiff lipid bilayer and physically push the toxic, rigid omega-6 out of the membrane. You are quite literally remodeling your cellular architecture from the inside out. You are replacing the brittle, inflammatory plastic with smooth, flexible, biological oil. And the moment your cell walls become fluid again, the very first thing that transforms is your metabolic health, specifically your sensitivity to insulin. Insulin resistance is the driving force behind the modern epidemic of weight gain, severe fatigue, and type 2 diabetes. We often blame carbohydrates, but the root of the problem is often right there in the stiff cell wall. When you eat a meal, insulin knocks on the door of the cell to deliver glucose for energy. The door is a receptor embedded in the cell membrane. If your cell wall is rigid and saturated with omega-6, that receptor gets pinched and deformed. It is like trying to put a key into a rusted lock. The insulin knocks, but the door won't open. The sugar is left trapped in your bloodstream, eventually being forced into your liver and stored as highly inflammatory visceral belly fat. But when omega-3s restore the fluidity of the cell membrane, the receptor relaxes into its perfect, natural shape. The lock is oiled. Suddenly, the insulin key turns effortlessly. Your body can process carbohydrates efficiently again. The sugar enters the muscle cell to be burned as clean energy, rather than being stored as toxic fat. A flexible cell is a metabolically invincible cell. Now, when we talk about omega-3s, we are really talking about two distinct, incredibly powerful molecules, EPA and DHA. And they have very different, highly specialized jobs. Let's start with EPA, which stands for eicosapentaenoic acid. If your body is a house on fire, EPA is the heavy-duty fire extinguisher. When your body is dealing with the consequences of an ultra-processed diet, a stressful lifestyle, or poor sleep, it enters a state of chronic, systemic inflammation. This is often measured by your doctor through a blood test called CRP, or C-reactive protein. High CRP is a massive red flag for future heart disease, joint degradation, and cellular aging. EPA is the ultimate biological coolant. When EPA enters your system, your body converts it into specialized, highly potent molecules called resolvins. Just as the name implies, resolvins travel throughout your entire circulatory system and actively resolve the inflammatory response. They command your immune system to stand down. They cool off your blood vessels, reduce joint pain, and dramatically plummet your CRP levels. EPA doesn't just mask the pain like an ibuprofen. It fundamentally turns off the alarm system at a chemical level. But what about DHA? Docosahexaenoic acid is not just a fuel, it is the literal architectural scaffolding of your mind. Your brain is composed of nearly 60% fat, and a massive percentage of that structural fat is supposed to be pure DHA. It is the fundamental building block of your central nervous system. Every single thought you have, every memory you recall, and every movement you make relies on electrical signals traveling down the wires of your neurons. For these signals to travel instantly and clearly, your nerves are wrapped in a protective biological insulation called the myelin sheath. Think of the rubber coating on a charging cable. If your diet is deficient in DHA, that myelin sheath begins to thin and fray. The electrical signals short-circuit. This is the biological root of chronic brain fog, poor memory, and accelerated cognitive decline. But when you flood your system with high-dose DHA, your body uses it as the raw material to actively patch, repair, and rebuild that myelin sheath. You are literally re-insulating your brain's wiring. Your thoughts become sharper, your memory crystallizes, and you build a profound neurological shield against age-related decay. At this point, you might be thinking, this is amazing. I'll just add some flax seeds or chia seeds to my morning oatmeal to get my omega-3s. And this brings us to one of the most misunderstood aspects of nutrition. Plant-based sources of omega-3s, like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts, contain a precursor molecule called ALA, or alpha-linolenic acid. Your body cannot use ALA directly for cellular repair or brain insulation. It must first put the ALA through a complex, enzymatically expensive conversion process in the liver to turn it into EPA and DHA. The harsh biochemical reality is that the human body is terribly inefficient at this conversion. Clinical studies show that less than 5% of the ALA you consume actually converts into usable EPA, and less than 0.5% converts into DHA. You would have to eat literal pounds of flaxseed every single day to reach a therapeutic dose. To truly put out the biological fire, you must consume preformed EPA and DHA, which means sourcing it from marine life, either high-quality, wild-caught fatty fish, or for those on a plant-based diet, highly concentrated algae oil supplements. But I must give you a critical warning. Not all fish oil is created equal. In fact, cheap fish oil can be more dangerous than no fish oil at all. Because EPA and DHA are highly complex, fragile fats, they are incredibly prone to oxidation. If fish oil is manufactured poorly, exposed to heat, or sits on a pharmacy shelf for 2 years, it goes rancid. When you swallow oxidized, rancid fish oil, you are no longer consuming a fire extinguisher. You are swallowing millions of highly reactive free radicals that will actually increase your systemic inflammation and damage your cells. So, how do you know if your supplement is safe? You must perform the bite test. Take one of your omega-3 capsules, put it in your mouth, and bite down on it. Yes, it might sound unpleasant, but it is necessary. The oil inside should taste faintly of fresh fish, or perhaps have no flavor at all if it's highly purified. If it tastes aggressively rancid, horribly bitter, or makes you physically gag, spit it out immediately and throw the bottle away. You deserve high-quality medicine, not oxidized toxins. Here is the doctor's verdict: put the fire out. Reclaiming your health in the modern world can feel like an uphill battle, but you hold the power to remodel your biology from the very foundation up. By stepping away from the inflammatory processed oils and generously nourishing your body with high-quality, therapeutic doses of EPA and DHA, you are doing so much more than just taking a supplement. You are putting out the fire. You are re-insulating your brilliant mind. You are breathing flexible, vibrant life back into every single cell of your body. I want to hear from you in the comments below. Are you going to test your omega-3 capsules tonight? Or are you planning to add some wild-caught salmon to your menu this week? Let's rebuild our cellular armor together. Until next time, stay curious, stay resilient, and take care of your cells. Watch this video suggestion, it was especially picked for you. Please share, comment, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Thank you, it helps a ton with the algorithm. Remain tuned for future videos and keep growing.